Hello everyone, and thanks for coming back to the channel. Today is the giveaway results. So many of you have been waiting for this. It's been a week. It is just after midnight, so right around a week. I think it's over a week, but let's go ahead, and I want to go through a few comments. I like to torture you guys a little bit. I do read all the comments, but I don't respond to any of them. Remember, I don't respond because I don't want you to respond back to my response. That means you have two comments, and that can throw you out of the contest. So I've got a few here I want to read off, and it's a good discussion thing, something that I like to do because you guys should know that I read your comments. And if you asked a question in this giveaway, in the not the results video, but the giveaway, the initial giveaway video, and I didn't respond, please go ahead and send me that comment again if you have a question, because again, I didn't respond to it. It's not because I ignored you, but it's just because how we have to run things on the giveaway video. First up, we have Steve B. He says, Liftoff should have Nick's yard as a map for micros. That had 77 thumbs up, and I think my house also kind of gets this one because it's got a nice open floor plan, and you can fly all over the place, and it gets good reception, so I think that's a reason why people like the house. Plus, I fly inside all the time, so sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat here. A throg in my throat. But yeah, 77 thumbs up on Steve B's comment. I have, not personally, someone brought it up online, and there was a discussion with, I believe, the Liftoff folks where they talked about how doing the house specifically, I think was what the conversation was about, would take a lot of re-engineering of their software platform because of all the elements that they don't have built into that platform. You might be noticing my shirt. I should have started off with that. RotorGeeks. Up in Canada. Actually, they had a post on Facebook today about a 3-incher that they have. I think it was around 149 US dollars, and it looked to be a pretty good quality kit. It does come in a kit format, so if you go look at that and you think that's the build cost, it's not. They will build them for you. So if you didn't win one and you're looking for a quad, a 3-incher specifically, you might check out RotorGeeks. And thank you, RotorGeeks, for the shirt. It's a nice, comfortable shirt. I like it. I should have worn it many more times on the channel. I think it's only been on once or twice. Sorry, I had to shift gears a bit. I had that door open, and I get an echo out of that door to the finished part of the basement. A gurgly pop. Not sure how to say that. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Quads are like beer. All right, this is the last one. Then I had enough. Yeah, that seems to be a problem in this sort of hobby. It's terrible, expensive, and terrible addictive, but it's good, clean fun. Patrick Johnston writes, in a rare event I win, I can have a note to my. Can I have a note to my wife that this was not a purchase? Sure, if you win, just remind me. I'll write you a little note that this was free or something. I don't have a problem with that. 21 other people also seem to think that was a good thing to do. Johan Lindmark? Not sure if I'm saying that correctly either. Sorry. One of the quads would be nice for my boy who just got into the world of RC. That's great. I wish my kids were more involved. They kind of have a fleeting or passing or temporary involvement. Mainly my youngest, who's 9, and she likes to drive that little hovercraft that I had around. You may have seen it on the channel. I think it's been almost a year ago now. But it's kind of like an airboat. You know, we went through that. What was those things called? I forget, but many of you know what I'm talking about. She has a somewhat passing. She likes to show that to her friends when they come over. And she always thinks the batteries are just charged. I'm like, honey, it's going to take me 20 minutes to charge the batteries. And she's like, oh, okay. And I go, oh, I'll go charge them. Usually I do. And then they drive it around a bit and have a good time. Cameron Curry swore I'd only get a couple of quads when I started this hobby. I was wrong. Yeah. Again, that same sentiment. I think a lot of us can commiserate with Cameron there. Justin Blanchard writes, stumbled on this channel randomly. I'm liking the content and appreciate the giveaway. Yeah, I don't think I'm very good at doing whatever you need to do as a YouTuber to gain attention. This is my fun. This is my hobby. I go to work. I have a family, and I do this as kind of a stress relief, relaxing, fun thing to do. So I think the things I've read about what you need to do to get attention kind of feel icky. So I don't really do it all that well, but I'm glad you're here, Justin. David Alcantara. I think I got that one right. Testing all those quads must be a dream job. It is sure fun, and I'm very fortunate that I have attracted some vendor attention, and they do send me quite a few things. David and others, if you don't know, how I got started was I allocated a certain amount of money to doing this so I could buy components and quads and do reviews. And then over time, as more people came, vendors saw a value in having their quads on the channel as well, so they started sending in free samples. And if you wondered, they don't request them back ever. I think it would cost almost as much as the quads are worth to send them back. At one point in time, I did have a quad that had an odd problem, and one of the vendors requested that I send it back so they could take a look at it. And I found out through UPS it was going to cost like $80 to send it back, and they're like, okay, never mind, we'll just send another one. But again, it's the dream job part of your statement. It's not my job. I go to work. I'm an IT manager at a financial institution, which does require me to do nighttime work for maintenance and getting reports done, things for the next day of work. So I don't always get to sit down and make videos, but you know, such is life. NOLA Drone Company, quads are like cello. There's always room for more. Yeah. And I should mention this reminds me, when I was younger, I think I was 13, I had a go-kart accident and I ended up in the hospital for like a month. I had all sorts of injuries and the weather was terrible. The worst part of my injuries was my spleen was bleeding, and they were very concerned about that, but the weather was so bad. Apparently they thought it was too risky to fly me into a bigger town or a bigger city in order to have that monitored or surgically repaired. But the reason why I bring that up is because when I did get back to eating, Jello was the primary thing they were bringing me. By mistake, they brought me spaghetti my first night. I think it was my first meal, whatever it was. And my mom threw a fit because she knew I wouldn't be able to handle it. And Jello always goes down, and Jello is a lot like quads. There's always room for more. Fancy writes, I'm still learning with my 5-inch, which needs a lot of empty space, so small quad would be amazing to have. Thanks for the giveaway. Yeah, 5 inches are a lot more fun, and they're a lot different. And I do micros because they fit into my life. I've said it many times. I fly out back. Every once in a while I get a comment, people encouraging me to find other spaces. But really, if I had to go find other spaces to fly in, I probably wouldn't have a channel just because of the time commitment. You know, I can fly for 30 minutes out back over my lunch break, or even, 45 minutes if I just skip lunch or I have a quick sandwich while I'm packing up to go out there. And if I was flying 5-inch reviews, I would not be able to do that. I'd be able to fly like once a week for maybe an hour or two at best, and that's never going to gain any attention. And I would also be doing much different reviews. They'd be, 2 or 3 pack reviews, whereas, I can take these things out and fly them time and time and time again. I can put 30 plus packs easily through these things in a week, and that gives me a good baseline for how they'll operate for you in a little bit of a longer term. I know that's not a year-long review, but it does give me some assurance that my experience with that quad will be more true to your experience because I have flown it quite a bit. Charles Warwick, he's been around the channel quite a bit. Man, you are always so modest with these things. Take your time, and anyone who complains doesn't get how generous all of this is. Lots of HD cams in this giveaway. Really reflects how popular they were this season. Yeah, the Tarsiers and the whoops, the Cinewhoop category kind of blew up this year. And I appreciate the sentiment with the taking time, because this is fun for me. It's not something that I do for any reason other than to just have some fun. And I enjoy going through your comments and the conversations we had. I had one live stream, months ago, and I'd like to do more. And if you didn't notice, I got a new camera. And I actually have an overhead camera as well. So I'm kind of set up to do live streams. Now it's just a matter of finding time when I'm not sharing bandwidth with everybody else in the family, because we're not true cable cutters. We have very basic minimum cable, but pretty much everybody streams all the stuff. So I kind of have to find time where I'm here alone, which would be pretty late, like after 10 p.m. So that's something to consider. I'm wanting to do more live streams, but it's very likely they wouldn't even start till after 10 p.m. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about doing late night 10 p.m. live streams. I know many people, it wouldn't fit into their schedule, but if you still would like to, I'm willing to do it. I loved the one live stream I did. It went way longer than I had planned, and way more people came than I thought. So I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Ex-Harmy, buddy of mine lost a 3-inch. Would be sweet just to be like, hey, I got you a free quad. That's pretty cool. Be thinking of your buddy. If your buddy if you don't win in this and you're thinking about your buddy, you might mention RotorGeeks and that 3-inch kick they have. Reflector 3.6. If I win, at least my wife can't complain I'm spending too much more money. Yeah, we've seen a similar comment a time or two in just the few comments that I've picked out here. Fernando RC, okay, I give up. You hit me on the head one too many times. I'm participating. I can use a second quad, I think. Thank you for all the videos. I do. I say that a lot when I reiterate stuff on the channel, that I'm hitting you on the head with it. I don't know. That's just the way I talk, I guess. Oh, and Dutch RC Adventures, Jasper from Dutch RC, he has a channel of his own, and he says, that's an awesome giveaway, Nick. I'm opting out myself. I have more than I need. So Jasper also does reviews, and you should go check him out. He is he's not a native English speaker, but I think he does very, very well. He's very easy to understand, and he does videos. The videos that I've seen, I haven't been watching a lot of quad review videos over the course of the last year or two, or maybe even more now. But he tends to do things, I would call them more complete, or, you know, he'll go through the setup of a quad. He'll give you his like out-of-box experience, things of that nature. At least that's what he was doing the last time I saw a couple of his videos. But thanks for stopping by. And I believe this is the last one from Tyson. Love your videos. You're the reason I got into the sports. Thanks for the hard work. That's great. It warms my heart just to hear that somehow I've helped someone have some fun like I have every day when I go out fly. I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Let's jump down to the desk and take a look at the video. Let's refresh here. Make sure we didn't have any people sneak in just last second to get into the giveaway. It's slowly pulling up. I have to find things to talk about while my old computer here works. Got some Bardwell videos. Joe Rogan, that was interesting. I did watch that recently with Snowden, because I am in IT. I'm very interested in what Snowden thinks about security and things of that nature. Let's look here. Wow, 5,425 views. Let's see how many comments we got. Come on, refresh. 2,115 comments, 2.1 thousand likes. So we're really close there, it looks like. Maybe right on the nose with the number of comments and likes. So great job. Hey, thanks a lot. We had 5 dislikes. Don't know why that is, but sometimes it's fun to dislike things, I guess. So I am going to copy the video URL into the comment picker here. We're going to load all the comments up. This is where I should tell a story, because with 2,100 comments, we might have some time here, but hopefully it works it through it very quickly. Beans, we're only halfway. I have fielded a few questions here recently about my absolute favorite toothpick, and my absolute favorite toothpick right now is the Damn Fast FPV frame. So it's a custom build, and I enjoy flying this. This is the response. I feel like I can just fly this and do things that I might not normally do, and I can recover because it is so nimble and it is so responsive. I really enjoy that. I actually have a couple other frames from Damn Fast that are the same design. They're not different designs or anything, and I'm thinking about building them up and maybe using them as a motor tester platform with some of those newer style boards you can solder on wires to real easily. Okay, the comments have loaded. So we've got 6 packages. We are going to pick 7 selectors, so we'll have 1 alternate. And the reason why I'm doing that, if you're not familiar with the giveaway videos, is sometimes I don't hear back from somebody who gets selected to win. I know that may seem like an odd thing, but somehow it just gets lost. Maybe they just flew by and they got lucky enough that the random YouTube comment picker selected them. So everybody needs to get back to me in a week. You will have a message from YouTube from me telling you that you have won, and then we need to have a little bit of an email exchange to get you verified. It's a pretty simple process. It does assure me that I have the right person, and then we can work out the package and the shipping and the details, all those things thereafter. Remember, if you're outside of the continental U.S., I do need to share 50-50 that shipping cost with you. If you're inside the continental U.S., I'll go ahead and take care of it. I've got a selection of relatively small boxes I think will work out well, and I've got a good amount of packing. Although I think if I need to use brown paper for wrapping the boxes, I might be a bit low on that, but I can stop and get some more of that. Randomly pick winner number 1. And I am going to write these things down as we select them. So if there is a cut in the video, it's because I'm probably writing down, and no one needs to take their time through that through that process of me writing down. Is that G or CS? 1 comment. And the 0 likes, I've said this a number of times, the 0 likes means that no one liked their comment. So, and you saw a number of comments that were liked when I went through some of the earlier comments. So let's open up G.S. channel. No content on here. I'm not going to go through and verify that they're a subscriber. YouTube, the new YouTube Studio, seems to have some pretty good tools on the back end that will allow me to do that. I'm just opening up their tab to make sure I can keep track. And it is G.S. So you are number 1. And because you're selected number 1, you get package number 1. I don't recall what's in that specifically, but if you're wondering what you've won, go back to the original giveaway video and you can review the packages that I have here. So that's what you've won. We don't get to pick. I did that once, and that took a really long time to get everybody sorted out. All right, back to the comment picker. Let's go for number 2. Oh boy, Emanueli Zumpolakis. As I live in Australia, I will pay full for the postage if I win. Wow, you won. Thank you, Nick, and we appreciate what you do. I appreciate your sentiment. I wish I was more well-versed in pronouncing names. I'm sure I did a poor job of pronouncing your name, but I appreciate you coming by, and I appreciate the sentiment. I am going to write this down, and we're going to open your channel to keep tabs so I can bookmark these things. Oh, and you've got your subscriptions open. I used to require that. UAV Tech, that's a guy who does a lot of beta flight stuff. He actually had some community presets that I featured in a channel in a video once. Curry Kitten, Gal, Kramer, UAV Futures, Stinger Swarm, Grayson Hobby. Boy, you're into quads. There's no doubt about that. And we've got a little picture of you and your wife maybe there. It's a nice little picture for your avatar. So Emanueli, I'm sorry. I'm trying, but I'm not good at it. And in Australia, boy, I wonder how long that'll take to get there. Let's go for number 3. SDL FPV. You are no doubt a quad flyer. I guess you could be a wing or something else flyer. My kids would love this. I'm glad to hear you have a family of your own. Let's go ahead and open up your channel as well. Oh yeah, we got a little tiny whoop there and a QX7. Got some content on here. Looks like you're flying a lot of whoops. Nice Day to Fly Part 2. Fatal Crash. JK, these things are durable. Fun feelings, Zackerby. Cool. I'm happy to see you're a flyer and posting your content for other people to look at. All right, we're going for number 4 now. Marcel Schulz. Whoop, whoop. Good luck, everyone. 1 comment. Am I pronouncing that right? Marcel Schulz. Number 4. Okay, let's open your channel. No content. That's not unusual. Got a lion avatar there. That's an interesting picture. Okay. So let's go back to the comment picker. Let's see. We're on number 5. I got to get a new piece of paper. I should have gotten a bigger sheet. Southwest Kitty-IT. Are you into IT, Southwest Kitty? 1 comment. Thank you for the time and effort you put in. Good luck, everyone. And then some emoticons. I'm not really good at knowing what those mean. I think I'm just a generation too old. Let's open his comment, or I presume that that's a guy because his hobby is dominated by men. Got some playlists you've created. I wanted to watch that show on HBO about Chernobyl, but I never got around to it. There's still time, though, I guess. Anyways, Southwest Kitty. Mother hips. That's a funny little little avatar there. All right, so number 5 is Southwest Kitty. Number 6. Let's pick number 6 now. Carolyn Warwick. Are you Charles's wife? Possibly. So excited. These are always so much fun to be part of. Thanks for donating your time and quads to the hobby. Not a problem. They need to find homes. They need to be flown. They need to be crashed. They need to be repaired. All the fun things that we get to do in this hobby. I think Charles has a different last name. I think his spelling's different. But let's open Carolyn's channel here. That is the final initial selector. 1 subscriber with no content. Look at that. You can get subscribers even without content. That's how the internet works. Okay, so this is going to be our alternate number 7, and it will be our final selector tonight. Let's find out who it is. Simon Lay. Your video of the Mobula 7 inspired me to buy one for myself. I love it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for that. I'm glad the Mobula 7 video, I caught a little bit of heat about it because of the frame, but I showed you what I had. I showed you that I did break it. Showed you how I repaired it. I flew it a ton. So, and it's good value. I think you can get those things for like $85. Maybe you could even back then. Have a hard time remembering all the pricing. Let's open Simon's channel here. Just see if we've got anything to advertise or fun stuff to look at. Drone builds. Looks like you're into cars. That's another expensive hobby. And we got maybe some music videos or something. But again, I'll check everybody's subscription on the back end with YouTube, and I'll be able to verify everybody that way. So to go through this, G.S. you are number 1. You get package number 1. Emanuele, let's go into the tabs here. Emanuele, you are selector number 2. You get Mr. Australia, let's call you that. You get package number 2, and you can go back to the original video to see what that is. SDL FPV, you are selector number 3 and get package number 3. Marcel Schulz, I want to put a T in there so bad. You are selector number 4, and you get package number 4. Southwest Kitty IT, you are selector number 5. You get package number 5. Carolyn, you are selector number 6, our last selector for the initial selections, and you get package number 6. Simon, you are our alternate, so if any one of the first 6 don't get back to me within a week, they don't make some contact within a week, then Simon, you're in. You should all have emails from YouTube, from me, saying congratulations and a little bit more. So make sure you check your email that you have tied to your YouTube account, and we can get those packages all sorted out. So we've gone through another giveaway video, and as I was kind of getting organized, I think I did a pretty poor job, because the next one's probably going to be bigger, because I found a bunch more quads. It's not that I found them. I just wasn't aware of how much stuff I have that I should give away, so that needs to go and be flown. I know it's going to be difficult because here in the northern hemisphere, winter is settling in. Here it's going to get nasty. We had some temperatures. We had some freezes actually happen already, but we're still getting up into the low 50s, but with the wind can be kind of brisk. But winter's coming, so I don't know how much fly time all these are get, but at the very least, if you do take them out and the weather's not good, you don't have much money at risk. So, you can get out and fly without hurting your pocketbook. So all of you that have been selected, make sure you're checking your email, you're getting back to me, and then we'll work out, any sort of shipping details. I'll need your shipping address. I'll get you verified, things of that nature. Mr. Australia, I appreciate the sentiment of paying for the shipping to Australia, but I'll pay for half. I'll take care of half. We'll just split it 50-50. If any of our other selectors are outside of the continental U.S., we'll split that shipping as well. We'll do it via PayPal. It's really the only way I have of transferring funds from you to me. So that's how we'll be handling that. And one last thing, those of you who are here all the way to the end, again, let me hit you on the head one more time. What do you think about late night live streams? Starting at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S. time. It probably wouldn't even start until 10:15 at best. And I would probably have to have a hard hour in there, because I don't know. I don't want to set limits on that. You never know. If I'm feeling good and I'm not fading or anything, I'll just keep going, because I do tend to stay up late. I'm wondering how interested I'm wondering how interested you are in that sort of thing, because I would really like to do more live streams. It was a lot of fun, and that's one of the few times I have available is when everybody else in the household is in bed. Okay, selectors, get back to me. I got some quads to send to you. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.